Hello, Vestavia Hills City Schools families and stakeholders throughout the community. This past September, the Vestavia Hills Board of Education approved its budget for the 2023-24 school year. The budget is a reflection of the mission of our school system that, in summary, is to provide every student the opportunity to learn without limits. Our school system has three strategic goals that provide the framework for how our budget and funding is prioritized. Our first goal is that students experience learning in profound and meaningful ways that meet the expectations of teachers, parents, and the community. Our second goal is to support our students in the challenges that can be limitations to their ability to learn. And our third goal is to have systems and staff in place to effectively carry out the work of our first two goals. Our budget this year is approximately $105 million. 55% of those funds will come from local revenue, mostly through property taxes, and 42% will come from the state education budget approved by the Alabama legislature. The state's funding is determined primarily by the number of students in our system. A much smaller percentage of our budget comes from federal funds, most of which are for special education programming. This year's state education budget includes some one-time funds designated by the legislature for safety improvements and other facility needs. We will use these funds to make some much-needed enhancements to the security infrastructure within our buildings. In addition, Lieutenant Governor Will Ainsworth recently awarded grant money to school systems for other facility needs. The grant for Vestavia Hills totaled a little over $3 million. This, combined with other one-time supplemental funds from the state legislature, will enable us to do almost $5 million in energy improvement work that we outlined in the One Rebel, One Future plan. Our budget is divided into categories, with 3/4 of it spent on instruction and instructional support. Overall, 80%, or 4 out of every $5, is spent on salaries and benefits for our employees. The budget for instruction and instructional support is made up mostly of salaries and benefits for teachers, counselors, librarians, interventionists, reading coaches, nurses, paraprofessionals, and administrators. Other parts of the budget include purchase services, which are the academic and behavioral supports we provide for students for which we do not have staff. Supplements for academic, arts, and athletic competition make up 2% of the instructional budget. The best way to illustrate the importance of having the appropriate number of staff to pursue our mission is to take a look inside our classrooms. In a typical elementary classroom of 18 children, 5 students will have either an individualized education plan, a 504 plan, receive gifted services, or be English language learners. 3 students will have a chronic medical condition. 1 student will receive support for ADHD. And 3 students will receive academic intervention. In a typical secondary classroom, you can see the breakdown of those same characteristics. These illustrations do not include the many other personal and academic challenges that students may face over the course of the year. Every student in our classrooms deserves the opportunity to learn without limits. All of our children will face challenges in some way throughout the course of their years in school. Our budget prioritizes having staff in place to guide our children in learning at the highest level and providing support for them whenever it is needed. All of our employees have an important role in fulfilling the strategic goals of our school system. This slide illustrates the makeup of our team divided based on their responsibilities of how they serve students and staff within our schools. Maintaining optimal class sizes is key for our teachers to create an engaging learning environment for our students. This chart illustrates our average class sizes from kindergarten through 6th grade compared to the recommended sizes, which are indicated in yellow. Our accreditation agency, Cognia, recommends class sizes for grades K through 3 be between 18 and 22 students. For grades 4 through 6, the recommendation is 22 to 25 students. On this slide, you can see the average class sizes by school in grades 7 through 12 in our 4 core areas, which are English, math, science, and social studies. Cognia recommends class sizes be between 25 and 28 students for these grades. Teachers of students who receive special education services may not have more than 20 students on their caseload. In classrooms that are self-contained, the children spend the majority of their day in those rooms. The average caseload for our teachers in those classrooms is 6 students in elementary and 11 in middle and high schools. Resource is for students who receive support but are not in a self-contained class. Teachers who provide resource support in elementary have average caseloads of 10 students, while middle and high school caseloads average 14. School counselors are an important part of fulfilling the strategic goals of the system. This chart illustrates the average caseloads of counselors for elementary, middle, and high school. The National Association that represents school counselors recommends those caseloads be 1 counselor for every 250 students. We prioritize having the best staff to serve our students. We also prioritize instructional programs that meet the needs and interests of our students. This chart illustrates what our students plan to do after graduation. In a classroom of 25 at Vestavia Hills High School, 22 will attend a 4-year college or university. 1 will attend a community college, and 2 will take either a gap year from school, enter the workforce, or join the military. More than half of our graduates who go to college will attend in-state schools, with the vast majority enrolling at Auburn University or the University of Alabama. In a classroom of 25, 6 of them will declare a major in science, technology, engineering, or mathematics, with the majority in engineering or healthcare. 7 will declare a business or finance major, 1 will declare a major in education, and the remaining students will major in liberal arts and humanities. This slide illustrates the academic programs and support offered in our schools that are responsive to the needs and interests of our students. Our goal is to give students a wide range of academic programs that provide profound learning experiences and support programs that address the challenges they face. You can visit each school's website to see a more detailed list of courses offered. The second largest category of our budget is operations and services. This includes all of the ancillary services necessary for our school system to stay on course toward its mission. The largest expenditure is for salaries and benefits, which include our staff in maintenance, custodial, and other support positions. Some notable expenditures include $900,000 for 9 school resource officers, which is accompanied by the City of Vestavia Hills providing an additional 4 officers. Insurance at $1 million and utility costs at $3.4 million. The remaining categories include costs for administrative services, debt service on construction projects over the last 15 years, capital outlay expenditures, and transportation. As we plan for the future, the Board of Education has prioritized 4 focus areas. The first priority is to ensure that we have a responsible budget reserve. The second priority is that we have a competitive advantage in recruiting and retaining the best teachers, administrators, and staff. The third priority is to address the facility improvements that we defined in One Rebel, One Future that include replacing roofs, heating and air conditioning systems, general improvements to our aging facilities, and additional spaces that are necessary to pursue our mission. The fourth priority is to enhance academic opportunities for our students that include STEM in elementary schools and additional counselors. The Board of Education continues its legacy of committing financial resources to meet the needs of students and teachers in our classrooms. Our focus on the future is to enhance our ability to meet those needs through strategic and creative means by prudently investing the funds you have entrusted to us. Later this school year, I'll share with you more interactive ways you can stay informed about the school system's budget and our priorities for the future. Learn more about the budget by visiting our website at www.vhcs.us.